Hello. So this is the third in the third question series, or whatever. So anyway, let's get to the questions. Here. What have you learned from your past? Well, let's see. What have I learned from my past? Well, one of the things that I've learned, I guess, would be to persist when you, wait, how do I word this? Like not give up, huh? Because if you give up so easily, then you never really ever get anything done, first of all. And second of all, you become very lethargic, I guess, because then you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything because it will never work, which is kind of terrible. And of course, this is one of those lessons that you have to keep relearning because it could apply in all walks of your walk of life, or what have you. So that's one thing I've learned, I guess. And of course, I could go on, and there's a multitude of things. Let me see. Another thing might be, let's see, what have you learned from your past? Would be like, oh, I know. You know how like sometimes you like be down, or you're like, oh, okay, I just want to. I'll wait on this one. I'll maybe I won't think about it right now, or whatever. It's hesitation. Nope, you can't hesitate. And that's what I love about like doing improv is you can't hesitate. Otherwise, someone else goes up, or everyone's just kind of standing there looking around while there's a blank stage, and you're like and that's not so good. So hesitation is not a very good thing. As I hesitate in my sentence, it's hilarious. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Ooh, are you materialistic? I would say yes and no, because although I do like like a couple nice things, I've been really pushing towards trying to get rid of a lot of my junk, because too much clutter in your life makes your life more complicated. And in a few days, I'll be packing up my stuff and moving. And I really don't want to drive so many times, so I'm gonna have to try to get rid of some of the stuff before I start moving. So that hopefully will make me less materialistic, but I still like to have a couple nice things. I think simplicity is one of those things that we should all strive for, and which helps us, not rely on things so much as making us happy, and two, or B, to just appreciate the things that you do have, because you don't really need that much in life. But what you can have, you can appreciate. If you have too many things, it's like your appreciation is spread out, and then you can't focus on one thing and be like, oh, I love this thing, or I really appreciate this thing in my life, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's good. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Last question. At what age does the quality of life go down? Well, I hope it's not 30, since that's going to be happening next year. Quality of life go down. I would say when you're 120, because by then you're probably not doing too much. Although I did read about somebody who was in the late hundreds, playing soccer, which is inspiring. Seeing how I can't really play soccer all that much because I get too winded. Dude, okay, so like soccer is one of those sports that like, it's like intense, right? Because you're running all the time. You're like, oh boy, here comes the ball. And you're like running to it, and you can't just be like standing there unless you're a goalie, but then you have to be on your point, on your game. On game. See what I did there? Right. So that's 3 questions, and that was longer than 3 minutes, so yet again, 4.5. So I hope you enjoyed that little lessons on Matt, and have a pleasant evening.